What's up guys? I do not want to keep you. We're going to get right into this video. If you're from TikTok, welcome. This is what longer form content looks like. And if you're a YouTube subscriber, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I make rugs now, like custom rugs. I still do the resin stuff. Don't worry about that. I've just really gotten into this custom rug making. I've done a ton of content over on TikTok and Instagram. They are shorter form, so you can sort of like consume those pretty quickly. Today's video, I'm going to make a Pikachu Pokemon rug. This video is a little bit longer than 10 minutes. It's because I want to include a bunch of steps, DIYs, lessons, more in-depth tutorials on how to make a rug if you guys are interested. I make the shots a little bit longer and I do a lot of different like angles, I guess, as well. So it is a lot more informative than any of my TikTok or Instagram videos. If I don't answer your question in this video, please feel free to comment them down below. I'll answer them there. Two things, my velour tracksuit, don't bother asking a question about that. I got sent this from a company and it is so comfortable. And the socks as well. This was just from a recent brand post. It's a really busy time, guys, which is good, Enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. Okay, so this is the image that we're actually gonna be making a carpet of today. Pretty straightforward, it's very easy. There is no sort of shading. If you guys are gonna do a carpet, I suggest solid colors. You'll notice here, it's like solid yellow. That's like a solid mustard. So if you're looking to make an easy rug, start with something like Pokemon is great, because all of theirs is pretty much solid colors. You gotta make sure you have all of these colors. You'll notice there's red, there's like a darker red here. So those are gonna be two different yarns. So we got yellow, red, dark red, white in the eyes, white in the hat, and then like a darker yellow for the feet, and then black for the outlines. So if we come over here, we got the white, we got the yellow for his body, we got the shading for below with this, the black outline, the darker red for inside the hat, and then I only have this left for reds. Picked up two more of the brighter reds for like the hat. We got all our colors. Next, we're gonna put the monk's cloth in the frame.
Now, for those of you wondering, I am saying monk's cloth, M-O-N-K-S, monk's cloth. It's just like a really light fabric similar to canvas. And right now I'm just going around the frame, sort of stretching it and then hooking it onto the nails or the carpet tacks until it has one even tension across the whole thing.
All right, so for the next part, we're gonna actually project our image onto our monk's cloth. And so for this, I bought this projector. It was like, I don't know, 120 bucks on Amazon, I think. Just mirror my laptop screen through this HDMI cable. Turn this guy on. And then on the computer, we're gonna pull up our image, which is gonna be mirrored onto here and project it onto our monk's cloth. This is the setup here. It is too bright in here for this projector. You can see like especially once we get to the hat, you can't even see where the shadow detail is. I've tried to like darken out the windows here. So this is probably as good as I'm gonna get. I could sort of eyeball where the hat shadows are gonna be just by looking back at the computer. So next we gotta trace it. So what I've got here is a bunch of Sharpies, all different colors. It's good to have a variety of colors. Most people will have like just a black Sharpie or just a red Sharpie, but there's about 4 or 5 different colors on this piece, so red and black wouldn't cut it. So I usually like to start with the black, just a thin line of all the detail, and then fill in anything that is solid black. So we'll start there.
Something worth mentioning at this stage is you cannot bump or move the projector. Same with the table, same with the fabric, and same with the frame. You're basically tracing an image that if any of that bumps, your lines won't match up anymore, so just be really careful.
So what we have here is the very basic outline of our Pikachu. It's all of the black outlining, it's his hands, his eyes, whatever. What we don't have here is the shadows. We're gonna do that next. So like this, his feet, right in his tail, this entire part of the hat, and there's a line right there. That's gonna create a way more detailed rug, so.
Now, the more lines you trace and the more detail you add in your rug, the more you're really gonna have to think about what color goes where. So to help with this, I often go in and just color things solid. So anything black will be solid black.
All right, there's our filled in and fully traced image. Now I've basically created a paint by numbers essentially. As you guys just saw, I've created like Y for yellow, M for mustard. The more detail and time you put into this, the better and smoother the rug tufting process is gonna be. When you block the projector, it should look the exact same. Now that this is done, we're ready to actually start rug tufting. Okay, so one of the things I've frequently have forgotten to do, and I've done it on this piece. This is so damn important. When you're rug tufting, make sure you flip your image. You don't draw it how you want the final piece to be. With rug tufting, you work from the back to the front, so it's not gonna look like this. It's actually gonna look like that, which is reversed. With this, with Pikachu, he's perfectly symmetrical, so none of that matters. If ever you have text, you have to make sure you're doing it backwards. But thankfully with this, it doesn't matter. It'll come out like that, which literally looks the exact same. It's just, it's flipped. Now, one of the top questions I get asked is my rug tufting gun. Which one do I use? This is a cut pile. There's a cut pile and there's a loop pile. This right here is a cut pile. Like the little fibers. That's cut pile. I actually don't have an example of loop pile because my gun can't do that. It is a lot more annoying to use a loop pile gun because you have to cut it after each single stroke. I was able to get this off of Amazon. I think it was $3 something, $350, $380, around that range. It is expensive, guys. Rug tufting is relatively expensive to get into. This is a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot frame that I got made. And then this obviously is a 6x6 frame for much bigger projects. But I have to custom order the monk's cloth because they don't come in that size. Now get started. What I'm gonna start with first is we're gonna do the black, all the black little lines, just so I know I create the border of our piece and I know where I'm working with. So we got the black all done, which looks great. We've got the red, the bright red all done. One thing with rug tufting, everywhere when you start a line, there's gonna be like extra. A lot of people will cut this. You can actually just pull that out and it doesn't affect the other side. You don't wanna grab too hard because if you grab one of these, that's when it will affect the other side. If you just go along the lines and just pick all the extras, it saves you a bunch of time having to cut them all. Here's another thing worth noting. Anytime you buy yarn, just make sure you realize that it's going to be slightly darker once it's actually in a rug. So an example here is you get the red, the darker red. When you come around to the other side, it looks a lot darker. It almost looks like a brown. This is not only happened with this, that blue right there is like, this is the blue that I bought. It's like a really light baby blue. In fact, on this camera, it looks a lot bluer for some reason. Came out to be that. So it is, you can like sort of see right now, it's like slightly, what the eye sees is like where it's white here and it comes out darker. So it's just something to note that when working with colors, it will be slightly darker than you think. And there it is, there's Pikachu fully completed. Also there's gaps here and here. Instead of leaving that open, I just filled those in with white. This is what he looks like right now. So this is still not the final product. The final product comes once you shave it all and it looks so neat and clean, which we're gonna do tomorrow. Right now, I have to glue the back. So I use this glue. This is Robert's 6700. It's indoor-outdoor carpet adhesive. It doesn't matter the color. A lot of people are like, oh, it's gonna look better if it's white. This is literally gonna either be on the ground or on the wall. No one will ever see the bottom, so try not to be concerned by that because it really doesn't matter. I bought this when I started. I don't know if I'll buy it again. Like, it's good, it works. It stinks, which is what I don't like. We grab this and you actually scoop a whole bunch. You're gonna use quite a bit. It's gonna look like I'm using a lot, but you gotta make sure the entire thing is covered. Don't worry about it. That thing's only about 30 bucks for the entire thing, so it's pretty decently priced. I also suggest when you guys glue your mats, don't glue right to here, glue to about here. Because you're gonna cut about an inch afterwards, and I find the monk's cloth is a lot easier to cut when there's dried glue. It just makes it like solid. Yeah, even with the glue, go about an inch past your rug. There it is, fully glued. This is what I mean by going over the edge, because that's gonna dry hard. It'll make this so much easier to cut for you. This stuff smells terrible, so I try to close it as fast as possible. This won't fully ever dry. It'll remain tacky, which will work in our favor tomorrow. If I were to put backings on these and these are gonna go on the ground, it would work in our favor to have the tackiness. It doesn't really matter. It's not like super sticky, but this will be dried and ready to be post-processed, shaved and stuff like that tomorrow. Okay, so the next day, the glue is fully cured. Next, we gotta cut it from the monk's cloth to remove it from the frame, but leave yourself about an inch from the carpet, go all the way around, leaving an inch, and that's gonna help with the waterfall edge after. It is like still a bit tacky. Now that the rug is completely freed from the frame, it's time to shear this. So you'll see, if you look close, This is all like different lengths. You got these guys sticking up here. Actually, that pulled out. We're gonna take some sheep shears, like actual sheep shears, and just shave this down to its one even length. What this does is it makes the lines cleaner and the carpet just overall a lot more smooth. It is also the most satisfying thing you'll ever see in your life. So I use this. This is a Drago. It was actually, this is probably one of the most expensive things with rug tufting is this guy, but it is so needed. Let's do it.
Now, one of the final steps is you're gonna flip the rug over, and that 1-inch border that I told you to cut, you're now gonna cut in relief marks about an inch apart from each other. Once you've done that around the entire rug, you're gonna fold it in on itself, and because this glue remains tacky, it'll actually stick to itself, which is great. This is gonna help create a waterfall edge, like you see here. And there's our custom rug.
Have it. That is how you make a Pokemon custom rug. I can do any Pokemon. I may even do more Pokemon, but the good news is I'm giving this one away. If you guys are interested to win this custom Pikachu rug, all you have to do is follow me on Instagram and comment your favorite Pokemon in the comment section. And then from there, I believe in a week and a half, I'll pick a winner. You won't get it before Christmas, so if you guys wanted to use this as like a gift idea, first off, super risky because you may not win. There's only one. So if you're like, oh my God, my gift isn't in yet, well, maybe you won't win. But anyways, you won't get it for That's funny to me. Someone just enters contests as their Christmas shopping. You definitely won't get it before Christmas, but this one I believe will not have a backing, so you won't be able to use it as a rug. It'll have to be a wall hanging, and you could totally add your own backing if you want, if you win. So yes, if you guys want to win this rug, follow me on Instagram, comment your favorite Pokemon, and that's it. If you enjoyed this content and you want to see more of it, I've done a few other rugs over on my TikTok, and I also post the same parts on my Instagram as well, so it just depends on which platform you have. But yeah, as you can see, it's a super fun and satisfying hobby to get into. If you guys enjoyed this type of content, give it a thumbs up so I know to make more. Be sure to subscribe as well. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.